The Minnesota Housing Finance Agency offers down payment assistance in the state of Minnesota through the deferred payment loan. That loan will go all the way up to 15,000 in certain circumstances and is 0% interest. There's two versions of the program. One's called deferred payment loan. That goes up to 12,500, and then there's the deferred payment loan plus, and that goes up to $15,000. In this video, we're going to talk about who is it for, how to qualify for it, how to get it, and what you need to know about the program. And if you stay around to the end, I've got a bonus tip for you as well. I'm Peter Lindquist with the Lindquist team at Guaranteed Rate. I'll be your guide today as we talk about the Minnesota Housing Finance Agency Deferred Payment Loan Programs. If you've got questions or comments, please just add them in the comments below. And while you're at it, if you want to just tell me what city or part of the state are you thinking about living in, I'd be interested to hear from you. And if you like our video today, please consider supporting our channel by subscribing. And when you subscribe, click that little bell so you're reminded of any of the future videos we have, including these that are on down payment assistance. All right, let's get into it. Who is the program for? The deferred payment loan programs are specifically for first-time homebuyers who are buying in the state of Minnesota and are going to occupy the property. The borrower needs to qualify for a startup mortgage through the Minnesota Housing Finance Agency. So it can't be a loan from anywhere else. It has to be a Minnesota Housing Finance Agency loan. Those loans come in conventional, FHA, VA, and USDA. Now, I'll also note that the definition of a first-time home buyer is that you have not lived in and owned a home within the last 3 years. So if you owned a home before that and have sold it, you would be considered a first-time home buyer again. It's for buyers who are looking to buy a home at a maximum sales price of $372,600 in the metro area, and outside of that is $349,500. Those max sales price amounts change from year to year. It's for buyers who are looking to buy a single family residence or even a 2-unit, so a duplex would qualify. It's for townhomes, condos, twin homes, even manufactured homes if they're taxed as real estate. So now let's talk about how to qualify. You have to qualify for one of those programs I mentioned that are available from MHFA, conventional, FHA, VA, USDA. You need to have at least saved up at least $1,000 of your own money that you are going to use into the transaction. That $1,000 has to be from your savings. It cannot be from a gift. It can't be borrowed from a credit card. It has to be your savings. The rest of the money that you need for the transaction can come from down payment assistance. It can come from your own savings. It can come from seller paid closing costs or even a gift. All buyers getting the deferred payment loan programs need to go through a first-time homebuyer class. Those are available both online or in person. I'm going to place a link in the description below to either of those classes. Now, the program is needs-based, and by that I mean it has a maximum asset level and a maximum income level. So by maximum assets, I mean after putting in the money that you need for down payment, closing costs, etc., and that might be as little as $1,000, then I need to calculate that you don't have too much money left over. Too much money is defined as $12,000 or 8 times your monthly payment, whatever is higher. So if your monthly payment is $2,000, 8 times that is $16,000. So if you have put in $1,000 into the transaction, I have to make sure you don't have more than $16,000 left over. That's the maximum asset level. Now, they're just looking for checking and savings. They're not counting retirement funds in that calculation. And there's maximum income level. So let's take a look at how we calculate that. Let's take a look at the Minnesota Housing Finance Agency website with income limits. I'm going to paste a link to this page in the description below. When we go to this page, it's going to show the startup income limits. We need to go further down the page, though, to find the down payment assistance programs for deferred payment loan and deferred payment loan plus. These are going to be more restrictive than just the startup program income limits. Here's how to understand this chart. On the left-hand side, it shows household size, just how many people are living in the house. And then it breaks it down in terms of counties. There's 11 county metro area, then Dodge and Olmsted, and then all other counties. These income limits change from year to year. And you'll see currently they have them the same for the 11 county metro area and Dodge and Olmsted. Then all other counties are somewhat lower. For 1 to 2 people, the maximum income limit is $84,000. If you've got 3 people living in the house, $95,000, and so on. So if your income is calculated to be higher than that, you do not qualify for the deferred payment loan or the deferred payment loan plus. That just means that you may need to qualify for the monthly payment loan. Now, to determine what the Twin Cities metro area is defined as, you'll see all the counties listed on this page right here. Now, those qualifications are for both the deferred payment loan and deferred payment loan plus. But the deferred payment loan plus, which is the one that goes up to $15,000, has a couple of other requirements for you. And so let's take a look at what those are. The deferred payment loan plus has some additional criteria that you need to qualify in order to increase the down payment assistance to $15,000 over the standard $12,500. There are 4 targeting criteria. You need to meet at least 2 of them in order to qualify for the $15,000. Number 1, does your household have 4 or more people? So that is one of the criteria it can be. Second one would be a household member with a disability. Third one would be front-end ratio of 28% or higher. That means that the new house payment is at 28% or more of your gross income. We'll help you qualify that during your pre-approval stage. So again, it doesn't have to be all 3 of these. It just has to meet 2 of these. Then the last one is, are you a sole head of household? So, and that is defined as household includes only 1 adult, and that adult is not an eligible dependent, and that the eligible dependent is one of these, either under 18, a household member with a disability, or age 62 or older. So those 2 of those 4 have to be met. Now, we will help you through all of this, but I wanted to make sure you understood how you would be able to qualify for the deferred payment loan plus. So now let's talk about a few things that you need to know about the program. So it is a second mortgage on the house, and it's not forgivable. It's at 0% interest and 0 monthly payments, but you do eventually have to pay it off. So you're going to pay it off whenever you pay off the mortgage. If you sell the house, if you vacate the house, so if you leave the house and rent it out, for example, you would need to pay the deferred payment loan program off at that time. Or if you refinance the loan with anything other than a loan from the Minnesota Housing Finance Agency. Okay, I mentioned that there'd be a bonus. So thanks for staying with me through the video. Here is how the bonus works. You can actually use the deferred payment loan programs in conjunction with other community programs. So for example, the city of Woodbury has a down payment assistance program for $30,000. You can use the deferred payment loan plus in addition to that. So you could get as much as $45,000 in down payment assistance. That would go a long way to getting rid of or reduce mortgage insurance on the house, and certainly would reduce your monthly payments. I'm going to put links below in the description for how to get pre-approved for the program, as well as links to the Minnesota Housing Finance Agency and relevant info from there. If you got any more questions, please add them in the comments below or just reach out and give me a call. I look forward to talking with you.
House, we will get you home. We will get you home.
I want to buy a house, please get me home.
We will get you home at last. We will get you home.